Hey, John here from Edge Scout. Welcome back to another episode of CRO Nightmares. Today we're going to look at an e-commerce store that has some amazing products. They're in an industry with limitless potential, but yet they're completely self-sabotaging themselves, shooting themselves in the foot with an amateur slapped together e-commerce store. And I'm going to show you in this video some things that they can do right away to turn that around. And also, I'm going to keep releasing more valuable e-commerce content. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Let's dive in and take a look. So this is the e-commerce store I'm talking about, Mr. Bob's Puzzles. They sell wooden jigsaw puzzles online, and this market has huge potential. So many people are interested in buying wooden jigsaw puzzles. And to top that off, their products are actually amazing. They have a unique selling point that they're going to be able to use and leverage to outperform all of their competitors, which I'll go into a little bit more detail how they should actually be doing that. But you can see straight away, the way these guys have put the website together, they're definitely shooting themselves in the foot and sabotaging themselves. They're not realizing the potential this store has for online sales online. And I'm going to go through and show you all of those things they need to change to turn that around. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the transactional menu. That's up here. So that's when customers are shopping, okay? So the first thing is they've got shop by collection. If I'm coming to a store, you need to be thinking about, even though as a customer, they're coming to look for wooden puzzles, they're looking for a specific type of wooden puzzle, whether it's a puzzle for elderly people, a puzzle for kids, maybe cheap puzzles, all these different types. That needs to be clearly shown in the transactional menu. And at the moment, all I'm seeing is shop by collection. That is not good enough. If I'm going to come here, making people click, here's all of these different types of puzzle categories, they should be in the transactional menu. Because to give you an example, let's say I'm looking for puzzles under $100. Okay, so I'm looking for some cheaper puzzles. Great. Maybe I want to go look at some different puzzles, maybe puzzles for kids. If I want to do that, it's difficult. I can't just come up here and go, kids range or puzzles for kids. I have to come back here, shop by collection, click again, find the kids puzzles. That's just not a nice shopping experience for customers. And people, if you're wanting to become a global, amazing brand, this menu needs to be fixed up right away. Second thing is, when I land on the homepage here, I was puzzled. Is this a charity that's using puzzles to raise money? Or is it a puzzle store that supports charities? The positioning of this e-commerce store at the moment isn't clear. You can see here at the moment, the first impression I got, I don't know about you guys when you see this, but it looks like they're a charity that's raising money. So they need to be clear. They have an amazing product that they're using. They're actually working with artists to create these custom, bespoke, beautiful puzzles. That needs to be the clear messaging. Curated puzzles or custom puzzles. They need to think about that branding and then have the charities. Yes, support the charities. That's fantastic. But that doesn't need to be the primary call to action here. We want to have people buying puzzles. You're a puzzle store that supports charities, not a charity. It's not the other way around. So that needs to be clear. The second is the overall design and branding of this store. This store, like I said, has so much potential online, but the branding is weak. This store is clearly just been slapped together. They've just chucked as much things on. You can see here this empty real estate here with the categories, the way the design is. There's been no thought process put out here. It's just been laid out. We've got different design mechanics here going on. Sections that are they even used, these large, overly large, it's just been slapped together without any thought here. If they want to become a global brand, they need to be paying way more attention to the way their website online store looks. They're selling high-end products, and yet their store looks low-end. So that's something that needs to be fixed right away. To further highlight that as well, I'll just have a look at one of these categories. The product images, you can just see they've been slapped together. There's no, they're not the images themselves are not consistent. They're not uniform. We've got product images with curves, ones that are sharp. Some of the products themselves have been cut off here. It's just not good enough if you want to be a global brand. You need to get this uniform. It needs to look just absolutely like on fire. Okay, so the next thing as well, you can see as well, there's the category pages. Where are the reviews? As a customer, I need to be convinced that this is, other people are buying and loving what they're purchasing. Where are the reviews? I want to see that as a customer. I want to see the other customers to confirm that, reaffirm me, so I'm buying. Again, as well, when I look at the product itself, this is an art piece that's being turned into a puzzle, which is actually amazing. But tell the story, why, who's this artist, Robert Williams, tell me a bit more about the art that I'm actually buying here. Where was it? Where was the inspiration? A bit more of story that needs to be included here in the product descriptions. This is just too thin. So they're not taking advantage here of what they have. They've got an amazing product. The fact that they're, working with artists to create these incredible puzzle pieces that are all custom made in their factory, that needs to be showcased here. That's for sure. I'd be getting that going. And that brings me to the final point, just with the overall story of what makes Mr. Bob's Puzzles different. It's that the fact that they're working with artists, they're supporting charities, they're supporting women in business as well. They've got an amazing video here. This story in the video, it needs to be conveyed in a much cleaner, much more obvious way across the entire store. Highlight the artists, create artist pages, shop by artist and things like that. It needs to be clear. They're the things that I would be changing straight away, and that's going to take Mr. Bob's Puzzles to a whole nother level online. At the moment, it looks like an amateur store. There is so much potential. That's the things I'd be changing. So if that was helpful and you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next episode.